Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin. Alright, it's time to storm the lighthouse here. There's a lot going on. I see an explodey skeleton, 3 undead dogs, the boss, 2 undead archers. This seems to be the only available approach.
In the rain, nobody can see you cry. Dynamic force!
Get them, boy pets!
That wasn't exactly a great intro.
Spirits of water, show your strength!
Ah, I only stunned one of them.
Submit to my chilly embrace! Once my arrow tastes blood, it craves more! Warmest dragon's breath! Face the unending darkness.
Oh, they're all immune to poison. I was really... I was trying to get a... This poison would be great to explode right now. Total misclick. Man, we stunned that guy real good.
Seven have mercy on your soul. Hammer time. Boo. Stand down before I cut you down.
Sweet relief.
Ooh.
I needed that.
Clobbering time. One-handed weapon, +1 strength, yes. +1 shield specialist, yes, yes. 15 chance to set knockdown status for 2 turns. Triple yes. Yeah, that's a great item.
I've got my eyes on the prize.
Plus, it's like double damage, almost triple damage. Geomancer. Did I get Geomancer? I did not. And I don't know if I want it.
Treasure!
Striking it rich!
10% chance to set stun for 1 turn. I like this idea. Send that to Wolfie. Air resistance and movement. That's something we can sell. +28 +1 initiative. 28 plus 1 initiative. Just want to see if this is any better. 36 plus 1 initiative. That weapon is huge. More strength really is my... I'm very excited to see some stats on some gear. But also having shield specialist is also great. %5 more chance of blocking. Not a great item, but better than nothing. Lighthouse cellar.
Dearest Desdemona, I see your eyes before me still. Would that I could drown in their endless azure and end this torment. What's this? Living eyes that can see the shape of death? Avert your gaze, wanderer, for you are looking upon the phantom of a murderer.
Tell us about yourself.
Samson was my name, a long time ago. I know not why upon my death I became a ghost, doomed to haunt this tower. Perhaps the gods heard of my crime and stripped me of my rightful place in their eternal realm. If so, their punishment was just. Each night I wake the flame in the lighthouse to repent for my wretched sin.
You call yourself a murderer? Why?
That indeed is the tainted title I must bear, and deservedly so. For 15 years ago to the day, it was that I sat atop my lighthouse, the flame unlit, and watched on as a pitiable ship crashed upon the cliff and got devoured by greedy waves. Deliberately had I forgone to do my duty. Willfully did I condemn every soul aboard to a salty sleep on the bed of an indifferent sea.
Why'd you do it?
Why did I commit this act of blackest horror? Jealousy, anger, the bitter anguish of a broken heart. Those are the ancient ills that drove me to madness. Desdemona was on board, as I knew she would be, my wife. The delicate beauty of whom I was sure was betraying me with her friend, the dashing Farada. Possessed as I was by the demons of envy, ire, and torment, I decided that if I had her love no longer, only death could take her for his mistress. And so I sat here, coldly and calmly, as I delivered them both unto the deep.
Jeez.
Yet no sooner had the water closed its spuming jaws around the perishing vessel below, that the extent of my offense dawned on my beleaguered mind. Overcome with guilt, I sought escape through the hangman's noose, but rest was not to come. Skeletons roamed the lands, restless as my troubled soul, but shall not find their lair here. Some scuttle by now and again, but most of the time I reside here in solitude. Solitude and silence.
I'll take my leave.
The ship, the waves, the cold, wild sea. And I, the maniac in the darkened lighthouse. Oh, folly. Oh, grievous sin.
I'd love to get a holy hand grenade. I need to figure out how to make those. They say if you kill a void creature, you can use the shadows to stay hidden.
The ship, the waves, the ship, the waves.
Invisibility potion.
Cold, wild sea.
Improve leather helmet.
The maniac in the darkened lighthouse.
Improve leather helmet again.
Oh, folly. Oh, grievous sin. The ship.
Bracers and
the
belt.
waves, the cold, wild sea. And I, the maniac in the dearest.
What's this? I found something.
I see your eyes before me still. Were these walls my home, my hell? I may have died, but my guilt lives on and on.
Okay.
I'm drenched.
Oh. That's the lighthouse. This part is very specifically blocked.
Do you hear that? It sounds like wailing. There aren't ghosts around here, are there?
Okay, I am thinking about calling it right there. I know it's a super short episode, but everything went so well. Let's go back to the desolate farm. Just make sure we have in fact explored all of this.
I've spotted something interesting.
See, this is the kind of stuff you don't get when you fast travel. An old spear. I'm always hopeful for a ring being good. Man, they are giving us the perception telekinesis rings like crazy. I guess Dot's gonna be our telekinesis. Or telekinetic. Now, she has no natural ability, but we're just loading her up with telekinetic rings. Okay, we're calling it. We've got a victory in hand. We're going to keep it. Looks like we have the strange cave to consider next.
Where? You see, the silver clouds
Oops, we're going back out of the city. I'm trying to go...
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in
Oh. Ooh.
meat.
Now
Mate, he says. We are colleagues.
that we have
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase. Will you please
now that we
turn
have a
your
thief,
phrases
it's
elsewhere?
quite tempting to consider raiding the warehouse. But I guess we don't have to totally rob these guys blind. Does she want us to report back once we've got this lighthouse thing done?
I'm feeling hot under the collar.
I'm in some kind of mode here.
Salutations, Source Hunter.
Good day to you.
I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. By all means.
Guarding the lighthouse?
Crikey! So, there truly were undead about the lighthouse, and ghosts to boot. Did they overcome my legionnaires, I wonder? So far, not a single one has returned.
How did it go? Don't spare any details. We need to make a full report to the lieutenant.
Now that's an interesting story. Clean the grit from your ears and I'll tell you all about it. If you want to reap the reward, you can risk the trip yourself. Jeez. Let's just do
Now
this.
that's an interesting story. Clean the grit from your ears and I'll tell you all about it.
Indeed. Now there's a story worthy of an audience.
So, let me get this straight. There's a ghost inside operating the lighthouse, and you managed to do away with the bad beasties at the base of the thing. Whew, sounds like a job well done.
And I'm sure Selenia will be thrilled to hear we did it. Another triumph for Legion Daring Do. And if this doesn't buy us a ticket home, nothing will.
There we go. Had to make sure to go back and have that final conversation so those guys could take credit so we could actually complete that particular request.
I need a moment to reflect.
For the good of all, source sensors ought to be altruistic, as I, without exception. It does feel quite good to give oneself to those in need. I've grown increasingly selfless, but I wonder if I've gone too far. What sort of source hunter is soft-hearted as I've become? It feels quite good to give... Yeah, that's the
It
one.
does feel quite good to give of oneself to those in need.
Your generosity honors our esteemed order.
Okay.
Then, 24 skeletons crawled out of the ground, encircling us.
Naught but a trifle for us Legionnaires, what? We fought like lions, slaying 3, 4, undead with every blow. I say, impressive. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Good to see you. My brave troops were just telling me how they proudly vanquished the undead near the lighthouse. Did you get to witness my valiant soldiers in action?
Really? I could have sworn we were the ones that inspected the lighthouse. Quite a pair of heroes you have there.
Yep, quite the pair of heroes you have there.
Bravest guards we've met, like lions.
Yes, I bet Legionnaires can impress even source hunters. Now, as for my 2 braves here, you shall prepare to leave Sicil post-haste. You're going home, as is your just reward.
Thank you, Lieutenant. All in the day's work.
6,300 experience. Well, that... Maybe I'm... It's possible I just need to follow these quests through, because that's a chunk of experience. And we got a rep up. Alright, now we're gonna call it. That's the lighthouse. That's the full quest.
Than Sicilian stew. Again.
I kind of want to check the marketplace if I can find it.
Cruel fortune.
About face!
Worrying the lady.
Wait a minute. Where is the marketplace? Oh, here it is. Let's see if you have any scrolls that would
Dearest
interest me.
customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
I like this. You and your allies around you magically gain Constitution. 3 Constitution sounds good.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Looks like this is just about it.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Okay. Buy some resurrection scrolls. Actually, health potions are also kind of nice.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Boy, I have a lot of stuff to sell.
A good day to you.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good
All
stuff.
right. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to consider that our completion of the Lighthouse event.
Let's see. Halibut,
We'll see you next
sheep's
time.
cheese,